Hi, Aquas. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Earlier in the month, I created an ink blot, made in your name in essence, and we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities. See what shapes and symbols stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. As well, we're going to add on Tarot and Oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Give is here kicking, we actually have Ghost Tube Seer. Sorry, my other device is charging for any visual insights that may further arise and inspire. So you know the drill. There's a window there if that feels well to you and if that means anything. I'm going to take a moment to open up, Aquas. You are welcome to start scrying for yourself, commenting below what you see, sense, or feel, really making the reading and the reflections deeper. Or keep to oneself, that's cool too. So when you're ready, taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Aquarius Collective. Aquas, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. All right, let's dig in. I will note, Aquas, sorry, not sorry. I tried to do your reading like 3 times yesterday, and so hence there already being some notes here. I will come back to it. There's some serious paranormal activity among it. So I don't know if you guys are also feeling that. You're interacting with a lot of different energies. But I'm just going to dive in and I'll kind of recap because I inevitably had to say, okay, I'll come back to this. So right off the hop, I was seeing this energy here, and it was a shoo feeling, like shoo. And it was towards this golden energy. This feels masculine they have a staff. Now this staff I feel like it's important, or the staff, or there might be another word, but I'm going to go with staff. There's a potential that somebody has passed really recently and they're trying to come home. And perhaps the energy of the home or the emotional state is like, we're healing, we're grieving, please leave us alone. But this energy is trying to come home, but it feels like it's being shooed out. So that's one aspect. And please know, maybe just to give some sort of verbal confirmation that they are welcome in, this loved one that wants to come home. It feels very recent. And the name Jonathan came through, possibly even a Joseph, but definitely a Jonathan came through. So I'm not sure if they're Jonathan or you're Jonathan, but it did feel like that energy. So they're not suffering, just as a sidebar before I move on. And if this isn't part of your scry story and it's a message for one versus the many, thank you for holding space for others to receive. So they're not suffering in their passing, but they are in like that state of they want to come home and deliver a message to you, or they want to say like, I'm okay, something along that lines, because they're feeling the emotion. On the other rabbit hole that's coming through, this golden guardian with the staff, because they're in the same energy, but they're 2 different expressions of it. And this is simply like a frequency of purity versus an ideal. So that's coming through. They are, okay, so I'm going to say like maybe a spirit guide or something along that lines, but they're in energy trying to step forward. And there might be somebody there's a misunderstanding of what their messages are. So it could feel like a haunting more in like the traditional sense, spooky, not scary. But you actually called them in. You asked for it, because it feels like the Midas touch almost. And that's exactly how I'm going to say that. Something that you're manifesting, and it's an energy coming in towards you, but then I feel like I'm defensive against it. So there's this weird, slight misunderstanding. They're kind of floating out there, not too far from you, just waiting for you to come to a conclusion. For whatever it is that you're manifesting, you've asked for, do you still want it? Because I feel like, again, just like the spirit who has passed, it's more recent. So it's not like something that's been building momentum and manifesting over eons of time, or even many years. This feels like something possibly within the last 1 to 3 years or 1 to 3 months that you've asked for. Okay. And then up here, I'm seeing a gift being given specifically. Oh, look at this. And then there's even, if you're on a phone, you might be able to zoom in. It's like sharing bread, child and a parent or grandmother learning a skill. And it brings me into, that's Jonathan. I'm going to call him Jonathan. This felt like more like a grandmother energy. So this gift up here that I was seeing, it's almost like a magician's hat. And then there's energy there. So it is balanced, this connection, masculine and feminine energies. But the flower is one of like those magician ones, like where they're like, it's just a wand and then ta-da, or abracadabra. It's flowers. It's meant to impress you, whatever it is. It's meant to impress you. Yes, it so has meant to impress you. I also feel like in some regards, this connection, now whether it's business or professional, corporate, creative, platonic, romantic, it almost feels like an arranged marriage, or there's two people that spirit of such, your higher selves, whatever the case may be, is like pushing you guys together. It feels really, really well. It doesn't have to be romantic, but for those looking in that space, it absolutely could be in that area. Because I keep seeing this figure like, go, ask them out, or declare that you like them. Just tell them that you like them. And maybe this is in a friendly way. You're just like, hey, I really like you, thank you. I just really enjoy your company, or I enjoy your service. I enjoy your offering. I just enjoy you when I see you at the grocery store and you're my cashier. I enjoy you. In other cases, there's this very much so somebody could be stepping forward to say, like, will you go out with me? I like it. Okay. And then down here, I was seeing a long-tailed dragon quite specifically. They are in flight. This dragon is in flight. It is, here's the funny thing, fun but funny thing. So I'm seeing it as this massive dragon flying in the air, very, very long tail. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it. That's how I feel like I'm seeing it. But when I zoom into this, I actually see it like a dragonfly getting nectar from an orange or a flower. So it's almost like the spirit of something so big can be harnessed in something comparatively so small. But the essence is the same. I also saw in here, very specifically, a jaguar. There's also a giraffe right here. And it's almost like that picture that came up on GhostTube Seer, like handing something off. So there might be something, whether it's a gift, hereditary gift, or something like an inheritance, or just simply a kindness from somebody in your current life's lineage that has crossed over, that still just kind of is giving to you in those very nourishing way, like bread. It feels like filling the belly, very, very loving. I was also seeing a castle here, and quite literally a castle. There's the flags, the whole kit and caboodle. And that's why when I was seeing this dragon like flying all around, comparatively, once again, to the size of this castle, I was like, oh my goodness, it's massive. But when then I focused on just the dragon, it was like a dragonfly. So really, really beautiful Aqua's perspectives that are going on here. And like these dimensional scopes, or what is that? Depth perception. Okay, sorry. So I'm being asked to go on up here. And I will add on some tarot and oracle in just a moment. Thank you. So we're going up there. And if you haven't already, Aquas, please do consider like, sharing, and subscribing. You guys warm my haunted heart. All your support, your shares, all that kind of great stuff. It truly does inspire me and warms me. So gratitude galore for you. And all the links are below. Ace of Cups, ecstasy. So I'm in here. There's a conversation about this. I'm also seeing a very fancy fish. Lives in tropical waters or salt water. So it's not fresh water. Somebody's getting up the nerve. There's those flowers, giving you flowers or fresh flowers. Maybe it's just even in the spring season. Yeah, see, anger's come up in the reverse. Something has happened where it's like what once made me, and maybe for some there's a healing around relationships or passionate relationships, even passionate friendships, right? Or business adventures. And it is in the reverse. And it's like somebody else is going to be stepping forward to ask, do you want to go into business together? Would you like to do a collaboration? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to be my walking buddy? Do you want to read this book with me? Whatever the case is. Something that once angered me in the past, I've transmuted it into the red velvet of a flower, of a rose, if it's in regards to romance. In other cases, it's like the tulip in there and the pink of friendship. It's like I'm not punishing other people for what I had to heal from. If you're healed, you're healed. You might obviously keep an eye out for red flags, this, that, or the other, or where one's being triggered. But I feel like aquas are in a really nice space. It's like a kindness. Even just bringing somebody flowers is a kindness. I was just thinking about you and I wanted you to have these flowers, whether they're picked from the side of the road, from a gas station, or from a florist. It's a gesture. But the same gesture applied at certain times as here are flowers, in grieving, and here are flowers, I'm sorry for your loss, or congratulations on that new job. Congratulations. It's a bouquet of flowers for a wedding. Do you see what I'm saying? Like aquas have this depth perception. Depth perception. That's just how it feels. Very Midas touch. And maybe you're communicating a lot with the flower realm, plant realm. Oh, sorry, give me a second. Something just popped out at me and then I wandered away from it. Okay. So if anyone was a player before, it's like you've noticed that it, oh, well, this feels romantic in relation. It's like, oh, everyone's a bunch of players. And it's like coming to that, again, some sort of depth perception. Oh my goodness, perception internally that it somehow I was okay with that. I was also playing the game, or whatever that energy is, that fire. But again, you've transmuted it. Now I feel more playful. I feel willing to play in the playground again, like play nice with others type thing. I'm hearing that, even just socially speaking. You also have here down that came out was art. See, there's a giving. If this could be really one rabbit hole or another of money, of relationships, romantic or platonic. Oh, there is a woman up here coming through. Give me a moment. Sorry. Okay, because there's something about perhaps for some masculine, male or female, doesn't matter. What you learned about romance was inharmonious. Maybe, I shouldn't say probably, that's rude. Maybe from watching how maybe a role model engaged in romance or love, and you've learned, transmuted, depth perception. It's bigger, it's bigger, it's wider, it's wider. What you are creating for yourself now, because Eight of Wands has come through, and if that means anything to you, you know the drill, follow that first, is that you are now creating harmony for yourself. For your heart, really, for your heart. I feel very playful now when I'm in here. I almost feel like I'm in this castle playing in the courtyard. I'm in a safe place, but there's so much room I wouldn't even notice that I'm in a courtyard. I'm seeing ostriches in here. Yeah, they're ostriches. There's also something, a spark that wants to come through to you. Aquas, maybe you're already receiving it. I'm seeing joy. I'm seeing joy up here. Like if you were playing, like where's the play card? Child of Worlds. And you would like throw the child up in the air, like, yay, yay. And I'm not trying to make it any smaller. That's just how it feels. It feels like aquas are having these moments of like, yay, yay. And it's so lovely. It's actually quite refreshing, aquas. I also want to note up here at the top, you had a feng shui card and a rune that came through. Oh, excuse me. And the rune is change, metamorphosis. And your feng shui card is a stove. There's that like mother figure again. Or the grandmother at the stove. See, I want to know... Oh my goodness, I'm not even on the right camera. I apologize. Sorry. So your rune was change, metamorphosis. And in this, I want to know, here's the grandmother, mother energy, maybe even like a sister to a brother at the stove cooking. So it's somebody like that you shared home with. I got to go back for a moment to this Jonathan. He's in the reflection because he's not here physically. Do you see what I'm saying? She's here. There's her reflection. There's a cooking because this is a mirror back here, which I believe actually in feng shui isn't a great place to have a mirror, is behind the stove. But that's besides the point because I also could be very wrong. She's now alone. But he's there. Even though we don't see him here, he's there. He's trying to come in, and I feel like at some point in time, maybe this Jonathan spirit, it is for you, and you kicked him out of the house, or he moved away. He was making different life choices, and he had, decided to move on and move out, and something had happened. He's trying to come back in. He hangs out and admires his mom or his grandma, his guardian, his auntie, whomever it is. It's a female, and observes. Sorry, that message had to come back. Okay. Where was I? Oh, I feel like... Yeah, I just got... Okay, let's go. And I keep like messing up on the cameras. I apologize, Aquas. I apologize. I'm seeing an elephant right here when they do that scoop thing with their trunk and they put things in their mouth, like if they're eating. But I'm specifically seeing that. So I don't know if an elephant with a curled trunk means something specific, but that's the way I'm seeing it. Okay, so I also feel like I'm right here. Aquas, I'm following an energy, perhaps an aspect of your energy right here. And it has come it's like it started at the castle. I feel like I'm watching a map. I started at the castle. I feel like I was sleeping. I had a dream that I was on a dragon, and this dragon brought me to a flower bud. And this flower bud, I walked all the way down the stem. I had a little pause here for some sort of creative inspiration. I spoke something into existence, and I continued down the path of this stem that really ended up being a rope where I met different people along the way, different peaks and valleys, different landscapes. Some were more dry, some were more wet, some were more round, some were more big. And now I'm coming down right here, Aquas. Boop. You also took a little side thing here. And now I'm here at the bottom. And this feels like a whole new world. It's purple. This is black. And it also is like follows all of these, even though these are more like curves. They curl around, perhaps some sort of cycle that curled around a few times. Yeah, we're still here. Thank you. So now, Aquas, this is where I'm at. I am ready to go to this whole new world, which when I'm in the very purple land, we'll start adding on some oracle. It feels like higher self stuff. Again, that perception. Procession. Is this a procession over here? Is that why I kept saying procession? Okay, thank you. So it's like this sacred grove. I'm hearing that message like, don't forget where you came from. If somebody has passed as well, they know, like they're in the grove. If somebody at any point in time, respectfully, doesn't have to be recent of this Jonathan, but there's definitely spirit coming forward. Those who have transformed energy, like earthly to energy body, they know you don't forget them, and you don't need to worry about forgetting them. You don't need to worry about forgetting them. Something also about a pet cat. A pet cat could mean something to you. For those on this higher self journey of this depth procession and procession, wherever aquas are going, it feels this is where you've come from. I want to line this up. There's a log right here. I want to line that up there. It's like, don't forget where you came from, and you won't forget where you came from. But you're reaching a point where you're going to be able to like enjoy the view almost. Really enjoy the view. It feels really nice, actually. Aquas. Whew. Did I say like, share, and subscribe? Thank you so much. If you have, you guys totally warm my haunted heart, and I appreciate you wandering with me in the aura atmospheres of your own, connecting the dots, following your own inspirations, all that kind of great stuff. Okay, closing out messages for aquas. Black Moon, Lilith Mysteries, 12, Moon 2, Soul, and last but not least, we have here Lunar Eclipse, Change. This is in that space, sorry. And if you know me, I'm going to follow the artistry first, and then the cards or the numbers. But if 12 means anything to you, cycle complete, moving on. It's a whole new world. I had to say it. This is where you are. This is where you've been working through. This is the mystery, but you're making your way towards it. In this whole new world, like aquas, I don't know what it is in your aura, but there's change. And you got soul. You're walking with soul. It's noticeable. Midas touch. And you will also, thank you, Jonathan, you're not afraid to shoo those that do not align with you, but they want to align with you because they know it's mysterious, like where you're going. So they, with this procession, they kind of want to follow you. I will follow him. And that's not always a bad thing, right? That's not what I'm saying or implying. But it doesn't matter. I don't think you need to worry about it, because whenever you get there to this gateway of this new world, this way you're perceiving things, even if someone has followed you there, they're going to sit with this cat of sorts, and they're going to, it's not being judged, but you don't get access just because I don't even think they'll see it. You'll just kind of like dissipate. And they'll be like, oh, where did Aqua go? And then they kind of sit there and like wait for you to show up. And it's because they just can't see it. Their perception hasn't developed. That's how I'm seeing that. Aquas, thank you so much for being here. Crazy hair, don't care. Oh my goodness. I hope that you have a great day whenever you have received this. A great evening whenever you have received this. And I will see you again soon. It's a whole new world. Aqua's got visions.